Show.
Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. Today is Monday, the 1st of October, and it is always, like today, a pleasure to welcome you and to say good morning, to bid you good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are transmitting live from Nortevisión Channel 10 here on Trial Farm, and it is a pleasure to tell you that we are transmitting three ways: through cable, through on-air transmission, and also through the internet. In other words, we have arrangements with different cable providers which permits our channel to be seen all throughout the country. We are also transmitting live from Channel 10 from the tower, and this serves the vicinity of the northern part of Belize, the vicinity of Orange Walk, with a 25-mile radius, and you can watch us if you live within the 25-mile radius. I understand that people watch us all the way up to Chanchen and all those areas in the Corozal district. Good morning. Buenos días. Compañeros, es un gran gusto saludarles y como siempre, deseándoles todo lo mejor para hoy, lunes 1 de octubre. Como nada, compañeros, nada más hace falta 4 más 4, digamos 2 meses y medio para que ya estemos en plena Navidad. Ya es el 1 de octubre, como nada, ya terminamos el mes de septiembre, ayer lo terminamos y si es que necesitas poner en perspectiva el tiempo que nos hace falta, simplemente 2 meses y medio para llegar a estar en la Navidad y 3 meses, octubre, noviembre, diciembre, para terminar el año. También importantemente estamos en el internet y simplemente tienes que entrar en el programa de YouTube y teclar Sugar City Morning Show, y entonces estás ya viendo el programa. ¿Qué tal? Muy buenos días. Compañeros, como siempre, vamos a empezar o darle continuación a nuestro programa con una oración, porque necesitamos de mucha oración hoy en día, viendo tanta actividad criminal y tanta gente que está dispuesta a lastimar a otros sin ningún propósito. Padre, te doy las gracias que me das la vida, la salud, las fuerzas. También para todas las personas que nos escuchan, por darnos la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, a mis familiares, amistades, compañeros de trabajo, compañeros, perdón, Dios, te doy todas las gracias por todo esto, perdón. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo, Padre, que nos continúes bendiciendo y que nos des tu gracia, que nos llenes de tu gracia, que nos llenes de paciencia para poder tratar con otras personas, que nos des, Padre, capacidad de ser humildes. Y también, Padre, pido para todos los enfermas que están en las cárceles, que están en las calles caminando, que están en sus casas, en los hospitales. También te pido, Padre, por los ancianos, te pido por los niños que están abandonados, te pido por todos nosotros, que tengamos la capacidad de empezar a ser dignos de todas esas bendiciones que tú nos das, Padre. Permítenos hoy, Padre, ser mejores personas. Te alabamos, te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Buenos días de nuevo, son las 7:07. Hoy quiero saludar a las personas que están cumpliendo años o aniversarios, pero antes que continuemos con el show, quiero darle las gracias a los patrocinadores. Julius Micha, Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, Government of Belize Information Service, German Vega and Sons Import Limited, A&R Stores, Vega Distributors, Vega Imports, Digi and Belize Tourist Board. Vamos rápidamente a esta pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for Diginet. Best decision ever.
Diginet?
Yep. It's VTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents have the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Save?
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss. Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head over to VTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. And as always, it is a pleasure to say good morning and welcome to my good friend Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning to all our viewers. A most pleasant, beautiful, and enjoyable first day of the week and the first day of October 2018.
A little while ago, I was mentioning to the audience that we are barely 3 months away from finishing the year, and barely 2 months and a half from being in Christmas week. In other words, come 2.5 months, we will be busy picking out our turkey and our ham and our this and our that. Mind you, Christmas starts for some, starts from mid-November.
Yep. And we got exactly 2 months for the remainder of the hurricane season as well.
Exactly. We have 2 months for the remainder of the hurricane season.
When it comes to Christmas, like rightly mentioned that Christmas start early for a lot of people. Like what have this Thanksgiving in the U.S. How you go? Christmas start or the after Thanksgiving?
I always remember, I went to Mexico City 3 years ago, September 24th or 25th or something like that. And I went to Walmart and I went to Comercial Mexicana, and believe me, Christmas stuff me done up on display.
Okay. And I know Mexican side, they concentrate a lot for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. The Christmas already was.
Yeah, Halloween, they concentrate hard for Halloween.
And but in the USA, it's immediately after Thanksgiving that you are into Christmas season.
We have an early call. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, check your morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Look here, I call you know to tell you because check it. I don't know who responsible.
Go ahead.
Yes, man. I don't know who responsible. Check it right front of my house. This is a the call.
We got you.
Right front of my house, on the pedestrian sidewalk, they have one manhole. One fella sleep in it Friday. I don't know the fella never broke his foot. He don't have no cover. I don't know if that's on board. I don't know if the public work responsible for it. I wish I could have known that who make a give them one call. So I decided to call to tell because before somebody sleep in and broke his foot, and somebody will a serious problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then come and look after it immediately.
Is it on the sidewalk?
When they go to school. Yes, on the cement sidewalk, like we part the green.
Okay.
Okay. The right on top of it, check it. I don't know what it's supposed to make one cover. I don't know where the cover gets to. Right?
All right. All right.
I know see nobody get injured on it and then somebody will respond. It's very dangerous. You've got children that go to school right now and things, you know what I mean?
All right. Thanks very much.
Maybe they put here and make them go look after it. I don't know if that's on board. I don't know if the public work responsible for it. But it's good for them to come see it quick. Because one man sleeping night Friday and it's very bad.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it must be some of the same type of holes that we made up on the sidewalk right there, so up on the Ignacio Vega.
Well, there's one right here on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And not 3 blocks away. It's missing. It was never put, and it presents a threat, a danger to kids and so forth. But yo no sé por qué no lo tapan. I don't know the reason why the cover was never placed there. And I imagine they must have gotten paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, but Emmanuel, there was 2 shooting incidents over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Belize on Saturday night to figure and play for a party. I want to come back. Usually I pass from to the hospital and everything usually look lull, but when I pass the night, I'm say, well, quite few among our persons gather. So I mean, I wonder what happened, no? But when
there was activity.
Yeah, thing that go on. So when I check my police blog when I reach home, this is what was on it. They say about 12:50 a.m. police visited Muffles Street, Orange Walk Town. Upon arrival, they found Samuel Castro, 25-year-old. Belizean baker of Swordfish Street Trail Farm Village, Orange Walk District, with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the left upper arm and right lower back. He was in an unconscious state. He was transported to the Northern Regional Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Initial investigation revealed that sometime around 12:30 a.m. on the 30th, Castro visited a resident on Muffles Street when an unknown person on a motorcycle fired several gunshots towards Castro, causing injuries. The body now awaits a post-mortem examination. Police continue its investigation. And these persons live right in our area, right at the Blackwater Creek. And his father is a pastor as well.
Kidding me.
Yeah, his
what
father.
What the hell was he doing in that area?
Then the time of the morning, nearly 1 o'clock. But what happened is, Emmanuel, the day before fires were shot in that same area. I was informed of that Saturday afternoon that shot was fired in that area. There is an intended target, but apparently they never
But this is one of the very few times, if not the first time, that we hear of criminal activity going on Muffles Street.
Yeah.
What's going on Muffles Street?
Yeah.
Muffles is a street from that joins that runs parallel with
Cemetery Street?
with Main Street. It's directly behind Main Street to the east of it, and this is the one where the church is.
The church, that is by where?
La Immaculada Church.
Oh yes, okay.
That is not, exactly where you go in by the gate.
Yeah.
That is Muffle Street.
Yeah.
Church Street is the one that goes down.
Yeah. So what's the one that runs from the main highway?
What do you mean?
The one that comes down from where the Torteria.
Torteria Maya, that is cemetery.
Yeah. The next Torteria, what comes from the main?
Telly, that would be Baker Street.
Not Telly. Torteria Maya, sorry.
That would be by my Aunt Carmita. It would be Cemetery Street.
Okay. So
all of these join together with Muffle Street.
Right.
Which is where Toti is and...
period.
No, there might... yes. I think I know where to go on. All right.
But then on the same date, Emmanuel, police visit the corner of Sapadilla and Sericote Street, Orange Walk Town. Upon arrival, they saw Justin Diaz.
Where is Sapadilla and Sericote?
I'm not sure. 24-year-old Belizean of San Pablo Street, Orange Walk Town, with apparent gunshot wounds to his body. He was transported to the Northern Regional Hospital, where he is admitted in a critical condition. So there was two persons that were shot on that same night. And you remember when they had this killing around by Louisiana, when they had the Mondialito, when two persons was killed? Remember about a week after that, there was shots fired in that same area more than one time. Then I told you earlier that Friday night, they got shots in that area as well. And Saturday night, so it looked like the mediata, somebody, I don't know if they got the right person with the mediata, but apparently the person that passed away was not the intended target. I don't know if the second one was an intended target.
So two persons.
Yeah. We don't know what the condition the next one, because this report was in from yesterday.
Yes, I understand. I understand perfectly.
But Orange Wakpa.
Well, at least I will not begin to tell you that we're getting like Belize City, because that is not so. I could never tell you that. But it's not unexpected that certain areas become active now. I gather that there's some sort of rivalry between some people living in certain areas. No me preguntas porque I don't know why. I don't know if it's because turf or what, or they have personal grudges and grievances against each other, but that is the situation.
Yeah.
This one is take from Tarawan, and Tarawan is take from Tarawan. Yeah. And if you don't get involved in those things, believe me, you could live good. But just don't get involved.
And in the police news, there is a missing person report as well. Sergio Chi, 50-year-old Belizean teacher of San Luis Village, Orange Walk District, reported that on the 29th, which was on Saturday, about 8:15 a.m., he dropped off his daughter and Alaile Che, 14-year-old Belizean student of San Luis Village, Orange Walk, by the market in Orange Walk Town. According to Che, she was to meet up with some classmates to do a group project, and up to the time of making this report, she had not returned home. She is believed to be in the company of a male person. Police are investigating.
How old is that person?
This person is 14 years.
Is that her picture?
Yeah,
then?
that's the picture of the person right there. So she's from San Luis, Emmanuel, so this deserves a little explanation in Spanish as well, what the persons are seen on the screen.
But let me
I know you could look on it and you could read and translate right away, ¿no?
Esa es la imagen, lo que tenemos en la televisión de la chica que se ha... salió de su casa. Vamos a leerlo primero.
Yeah.
El señor Sergio Chi, de 50 años, que él es un maestro beliceño de San Luis, reportó de que el 29 del 9,
which was Saturday,
eso fue el sábado, a las 8:15 de la mañana, él llevó a su hija Ana Leili Chi, de 14 años, y también de San Luis, ahí por el mercado en Orange Walk. Según ella, debió de encontrarse con algunos amistades o compañeros de la escuela para hacer unos proyectos y todavía aún no ha regresado a casa. Ella se piensa de que está en compañía de una persona, de un hombre. Ahora, se pide a la gente que si vieron a esta persona, por favor reporten a la policía lo antes posible. Recuerden de, recuerden de que la niña nada más tiene 14 años y no es una mujer, es una niña de 14 años y que, pues, si no tiene la capacidad aún de decir yo me salgo de mi casa o yo voy a vivir con tal y tal y tal. Yeah. Es una menor.
She does not have that authority to decide that.
She's a minor.
Yeah.
La ley dice que hasta que tengas cierta edad puedes tomar esas decisiones. No importa cuánto mujer te creas. Si solamente tienes 13 o 14 años, tienes que vivir bajo las reglas de tu mamá y de tu papá. Y si te dicen tal y tal, tienes que regresar. Ahora, esta niña nada más tiene 14 años. ¿Ok? Ana Leili Chi.
Yeah.
Se les pide a las personas que, por favor, si es que la vieron, saben dónde está, por favor, reportarlo a la policía o a la familia lo antes posible.
As well, Emmanuel, Belmopan police are preparing to charge someone for attempt kidnapping.
Talk to me about that.
A kidnapper who was caught on Thursday, an ID parade was conducted on him where police were told that the suspect was positively identified by all witnesses. It continues to say that the police are about to charge him for attempt child abduction. Charges should have been laid by Friday night. On Tuesday, in the area of Igole Estate, a man in a white van tried to abduct an 8-year-old who was accompanied by his siblings. They fought off the attacker who drove off, but the kids aged 14, 12, and 8 identified the brightly colored van, and the vehicle that was identified is a vehicle that has the resemblance of an ice cream truck. So this person now, a truck will look like ice cream truck. I go around, I try talk to the victim, I try encourage her to get in the vehicle. But the kids, just end it.
No.
Yeah. But the kids, what happened is, the kids, you see the vehicle, you know? The kids were smart enough, so they fight off the man and they got away. But then they were smart enough to look at the vehicle, and when they get to find out this person don't really want person where they sell ice cream, they go around go kidnap people. And kids, the kids are the target.
Where is this?
Belmopan. That's in Belmopan. Right? And the story we reported last week about the one with the church with the young girl. Yeah,
I don't remember that. That's why I just pointed it to you.
Yeah, so it's a girl sexually assaulted at a church, and so while that very disturbing attack looks like it will result in prompt criminal charges, the community is also hoping for a quick arrest in a deviant attack on a girl in Belize City. So they have somebody. This is a 12-year-old girl, and they have somebody. But Emmanuel, it's the 1st of October. I'm going to check in with the Belize Med Service before we go on our break, because we're almost due for our break. So we'll check in the Belize Met Service for today, the first day of October 2018, for today's weather forecast, and then we have much more to discuss when we return after the weather forecast.
This is the general weather forecast. I beg your pardon. General weather forecast for today, Monday, the 1st of October. The general situation: a relatively moist north to northeasterly airflow prevails over the area. This is an early cold front that affected the United States last week, and we're getting the remnants of.
Well, I don't get rid of my roach there already.
Okay, the 24-hour forecast, it says cloudy spells today and tonight, with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms affecting the south and some coastal areas this morning, and tonight, then mainly northern and inland areas this afternoon. The winds from the north, northeast, 5 to 10 knots. The sea state light chop. Temperatures along the coast, 88 degrees Fahrenheit as a maximum, 77 as a minimum. Notice that along the coast, the minimum temperature is only 77. Inland, 92 degrees Fahrenheit as a maximum and 72 degrees as a minimum. And it went down a couple of points because it was at 74, 75. And in the hills, 78 degrees Fahrenheit as a max and 68 degrees, only 68 as a minimum. The outlook for tomorrow, Tuesday and Tuesday night, is for a similar trend to prevail. A low tide. A low tide this morning at 8:55, high tide today at 3:01 in the afternoon, a second low tide at 20 minutes before 8, and it's not discernible. We want to thank forecaster Sheena Young for this information. Buenos días, compañeros, compañeras. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, 1 de octubre. Hoy, como nada, estamos empezando el 10º mes y para ayudar a ponerlo en perspectiva, son 2 meses que nos hacen falta periodo de huracán, octubre y noviembre, aunque en noviembre no hay muchos, pero hay que recordar a la gente y no pensar de que porque septiembre terminó y no tuvimos huracanes, quiere decir de que no tenemos huracanes. Bueno, la situación general puesta como un flujo de aire relativamente húmedo proveniente del norte y del noreste está afectando nuestro clima sobre el país de Belice. Para las 24 horas, periodos de nubosidad intensa. Hoy durante el curso del día, hoy por la noche también con algunos chubascos de tormentas aisladas afectando la porción sur del país y algunas áreas costeras, hoy por la mañana y por la noche. Y luego más en la porción norte e interior del país, hoy por la tarde. Así que hoy por la tarde no descontemos la posibilidad de tener chubascos y tronadas. Los vientos del norte-noreste, 5 a 10 nudos. El estado del mar ligeramente agitado, temperaturas por la costa 88 como una máxima, 77 como una mínima, en el interior 92 como una máxima, 72 como una mínima, perdón, y por las colinas 78 como una máxima, 68 como una mínima. Se espera que mañana martes por la noche tengamos situaciones similares. Muchas gracias, Sheena Young. Compañeros, con esto vamos a tomar una pausa. Son las 7:37. Estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Freshly extracted local honey. Perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Son las 7:43, 7:43. It is always a pleasure to welcome you to this edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. In the previous segments, we spoke about a police blog, or in other words, about the reports of two incidents that happened here in Orange Walk. One person, two persons have died. One person.
One person.
One person has died in relation to this act, to these incidents, and the other person is severely ill.
Right, critical.
Critical. Okay. But last week, Friday, I beg your pardon, I have a scratchy throat this morning. Last week, Friday, we had the fundraiser for the Petilla family.
Yes.
And preliminary reports are that it was a success. And I'd like to invite Chucky to give us a quick run-up of how it was that people responded, were the goals achieved, and generally, what was the mood like there in the park?
Well, you know, Friday we had some blessings because it rained. You know, it rained in the morning time when we were at the park. But nevertheless, we gone through with the plans, and then at the, you know, donations start coming in, and yeah, by midday it was very slow, but after midday it picked up, you know. And when the time came that we were ready to close off at 5 p.m., money collected was a little over 32,000, and pledge is still out there over $500, no? And materials were donated as well, construction materials, that is.
I gathered that a number of people decided to give 2,000 blocks and this and sacks of cement,
right,
rather than giving pure cash. Okay.
Yeah, and then a new stove was donated by someone as well, and some mattresses and other brand new items, no?
No, you expressed a concern last week, the very Friday, advising people not to be taking too many clothing items.
Yeah.
That did not turn out so.
Yeah, it may okay when it comes to that. They have some people who may carry some stuff, but it was good.
It was good.
You know? So now have people just gonna drop off a sack of clothes there, one not good and nothing, you know. And I must commend everybody who donated. Muffles College, you know, they took their students there. They did 2 donations, and they brought a lot of a good stock of pantry, you know. Yeah, it was later on stored at the Banquitas House of Culture for safety, no? Because the families, you know, have no way to store it, no? That happened, and so little over $32,000, and then we understand that in Punta Gorda, that the police department did a fundraising, a barbecue sale, and they made $1,600 plus, and also in Belize City. So all these funds will be coming in as well. And Atlantic Bank, where the account number is, they donated a brand new house. Atlantic Bank donated a brand new
house.
Yeah, a brand new house, and that
24 by 30 or 20 by 30.
I believe it's a 3-bedroom house. I don't really have the specifics, but this house was donated specifically for the wife of Alfred Petilla who passed. So that's for her. That's not going in the family sharing and say who will get it and who will not get it. That's specifically for her. It was designated for her. And her one child that remains with her. And then we have the Attorneys Association in Belize. They donated some of the items inside, such as fridge and stove, you know. And I believe they never really donate no bed and so, but I understand that Unicoma is coming forward, and they ask for the organizing committee to select 3 items inside. So that will be done throughout the course of the week. And then, so you have one house complete already. And then another, I won't call the person name, but a lady sent a message on our group chat that she has a house that she will be donating. She said it's not new, but it's in very good condition. And we should see it on Thursday. So if that happens, then you will say, all right, you have 2 houses already. 2 houses already. And the goal was to raise $50,000 to try to see how we can put 3 houses together. So if that happens and the house is in the condition that we are expecting, then we should be completed with 3 homes. Because the next one for Corporal Petillo, that one is like halfway already. And like you rightly mentioned, 2,000 blocks was donated. And so that 2,000 blocks supposed to be enough to take it up to the chain height, and all we need to do is the roof. But the group will decide how they will do it, because what you have to do, you have to set up your budget before you decide if you will do what type of roof, you will do what type of structure, so that you know that it's completed.
I don't want to meddle into the personal things, but are they going to be building or living in the same yard?
What happened is I understand that Zelda's supposed to have some type of property somewhere in the Ladyville area. You know, I'm not sure if she's going to take it there immediately or what will happen. But the one for the corporal, that's at a different property. So what they will need to do is to make good arrangements with the owner of the property. You know.
Which property?
The property here on Cinderella Street.
But is that from their father?
Yeah.
Settled?
Yeah. But they need to make good arrangement, good written arrangement, and say, you know, okay, I'm putting this here, you're giving me the consent, and if the day I decide to move it, it's mine. Or if the day that this property will sold, I have the authority to move it. Because you know that property claims whatever is on the property, you know. So they just need to do these things. Because
land claim house.
Yeah, everything is okay right now, but you know, sometime in the future, I'm not saying that will happen, you know, but it's better to do things the right way from the start, and when you reach to the end, it's going to be good.
Are you satisfied at the end of the day with the participation?
Yes, I'm very satisfied, especially the persons that, you know, they take the time out for those only pastries and carry it there. I must thank Yvette. Yvette was there doing her thing as well, helping, you know. I'm sorry I call one person name because there are so many names.
So many names.
You know, but everybody who helped, and all the pastries sold out. So, like, say, let's say you may make one cake, but you may carry that, you may donate the cake, and they sell the cake. All that fun comes in as well. So all the pastries sold out. You know, so we had fun coming in from the pastries as well.
And then there was the music that you
there was
provided.
the music that Youth Connection Band provided, and I believe the young lady that performed was Marlene Ramos. Yvette, our courier, was supposed to perform, but somehow it slipped me. It slipped me. She was there, I told her in a while, but somehow it slipped me, and I apologize to her for not bringing her on stage, you know. But everybody who promised that they were going to be there helping, they did. Like Quality Poultry Products, what they did, they donated chickens, right? Crate of chickens. So what we did, we say, okay, this crate of chicken is a little over $100. We will sell this crate of chicken for $50, and the $50 goes to the fund. So you are donating $50, and at the same time you're getting a crate of chicken, right? And the same thing with Mircas, they donated a fan. That fan sold for $105, and the $105 went to the cause.
Very good.
Yeah, so I believe it was well, man, and everybody, like I said, everybody who promised to be there working, everybody showed up, you know, and we're going good, and I am satisfied up to now, but now we need to have this, make this group stay together to make sure that the money that you were asking people for
is spent the way it is spent.
Right, it goes to the cause, you know, because, you know, so people come up and say, okay, you know what, I don't need a house, just give me the money. But we cannot do that. I know say that will happen, but we cannot do that. You have to stick to what you are asking the people for. You ask people for money for buy this. So why you not buy this and you want buy this? Maybe if you may buy this, then people never may donate. But they donate for make you buy this, so you have to buy that. You get me?
Yes, I understand
Yeah.
perfectly.
So that's the way it's working, Pa. And let's hope that everything will go well. The group will stay together until this is completed.
Without having to mention names, how many people belong to the group?
About 8.
About 8.
Yeah, we have media persons from Universal Radio and from Fiesta. And we have Mrs. Ruth de la Fuente. We have Mr. Hernan, I think he's Briseño. And we have one of the PTO, the corporal, he's in the group as well. We have Emerson in the group, we have Delon, and I think 2 other persons. But everybody is at a forward understanding. And Vibes Alive, Omar, they did a fundraising in Dallas on Saturday as well. You know, Omar always brought up things, so yeah, your family.
Yes.
We don't really know how that come through yet, but I'm sure that they will donate. You know, they will make something. Cause the people, the Dallas, and everybody over there in the US, they have a heart for Belize as well, right? And a lot of Orange Walk people there in that Belize circle. So everybody help, and anybody else will help. We're going to the family and give a lead donation. Thank you very much, because some people go directly to the family and give something, right? Thank you very much. And how they use it, it's for them, right? We not say, okay, somebody give $10, so no give it to us. No, that's not what we were doing. We were doing this fundraiser, and the funds from that fundraiser was going to that cause. So anybody give any other things to the family, that's their prerogative.
No, the program was live on radio and television.
Yeah, radio and television all day. So we had people, yesterday I had to go to Northern Border, and some of the friends at the entrance of the free zone were asking, you know, how the thing went, and you know, and they say they were seeing it and hearing it over the media, and that was good that you could reach out, you know. So the wide coverage that we had contributed a lot to the success.
I'm so glad. I'm quite glad.
We can't bring back lives, right, Pa? But we could make a difference in people's lives.
We can make a difference in their lives, especially. Well, I'll be honest with you. I have never been through, and I would never like to go through, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody, for one person to lose 4 members of the family.
One shot
in a fire.
And you are there to witness.
Yes, and you're there to witness, where 4 of your loved ones, and if that were not enough, to be losing your house, your belongings, everything that you left, destitute.
Yes.
You're left without without anything. It's hard, you know. It's hard, and sometimes when you hear people kill themselves and so forth, sometimes you don't know what they're going through.
Because maybe this thing not really kick into them people really at the upper. They feel it right now, but they have one time when this thing are really come down strong. You know, when your mom died, you all had to make that decision, and it died. But then got some time when this thing really kick in hard, right? Without you realize, I said, man, this happened.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, and the stuff is that when people die, and you expected, it was something as if it was expected, has cancer. You knew that person. It's a different story. You mentally prepare for it, and it still hurts, mind you. It hurts.
Yes,
it hurts.
That person has to go.
Yes, but contrary, like when my 2 brothers died, I mean, it was like at the spur of the moment. One God, boy, your brother dead. The next time, boy, your brother dead.
Yeah.
And I go like, what? I just saw my brother.
Yeah.
And that's when you get the lick.
Yeah,
and that's a different scenario as when the person was ill in bed and you know that the person is suffering. Completely different story.
Yeah.
Pero cuando consigues el bofetazo.
But it still comes back to you, right? It still come back, even if that person is sick. But like you said, when the tragic death come in, that then it's really hard for anybody deal with.
Es un bofetazo increíble. Vamos a tomar una pausa. Son las 8 de la mañana menos 3 minutos. Vamos a esta pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de sus anuncios.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The first 2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
I want to watch my video. Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for Diginet. Best decision ever.
Diginet?
Yep. It's VTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents have the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Save?
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss. Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head over to VTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Las 8:06. Como siempre, es un gran gusto darle la bienvenida a nuestro querido amigo, el doctor Homero Novello.
Buenos días, Manuel. Buenos días, chicos.
Good morning,
Good morning, Doc. Good morning. Good morning.
¿Cómo estás?
Boy, it's a beautiful Monday morning.
I know that.
Feeling good. You have to make that effort that, look at the morning, get up soon, the sun rising. I have to pray to the Lord and say, well, thanks for giving us another day and another week.
Another month.
Another month, yes. And
Well, you're late. We don't do that from 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know you guys did it, yes. And I'm very proud of you guys for that. But good news. Over the weekend we prepared the the food pantry for the different people here in the Orange Walk North Division. And I must thank, my friends, Dennis Palacio, Bogia.
Bogie!
Yes, and the young boys, Mr. Mai, and the other fellow, that helped us package, and also distribute this, especially personally to Trial Farm people. And yesterday I did personally also the people of San Jose. And we noticed a lot of little things about this. There are glitches there that the lists need to be revised. This has been ongoing since 1998 in the division. And
I mean, what has been
the food pantry?
The food pantry.
Yes. And what has happened is that, of course, there's some people that have passed away, but they are so rest in peace. Others have moved away. Others are no longer supportive of the party and things like that. So the list needs to be revamped. And we have new people also that really need it. You have more widows and single mothers and handicapped people coming up. But nevertheless, it was a pleasure to have done this personally in Trial Farm and also San Jose. I do pledge that we're going to do this with the rest of the villages. Of course, some people have asked me, like Judge Marin in San Luis has asked me to do it personally. Generally, what has happened is that when we go there, we don't have much time because we have to run to all the villages on the division, and we have 9 villages. And so it's a lot of running around.
How many families are being impacted with the pantry program?
Okay, it's about 175 families.
175
right. Yes.
families.
So it's quite a number. And they are very grateful when it's something small. The food pantry is basically the basic necessities on a food basket. Some rice, flour, oil, and sugar. Cornflakes,
beans?
No, what had happened to the beans is that we had problems with that, but we do look forward to getting that because the beans is a commodity that, some people did complain about the quality of the beans that we're giving them because it was too hard for them to cook. It takes too long, and sometimes it picks up a lot of bugs. But yes, those things are inclusive. Sometimes we're going to think also about milk, powdered milk, and so forth. But these are the generally the basic items that we can hand over. And I'll tell you what, a lady came out and told me, say what you give me this. This helps me. I can live on this for a few days, at least a week or so, which is very, very important to say. And thanks for the help. They're very grateful for it. And I would like to mention this, it's not that we are trying to mitigate poverty with this or not to look at it. No, I think somebody had commented on Facebook that this is something to keep the people poor. Not at all. This is giving them something. It's people that, don't have means. Like a single mother. I mean, she has 4, 5, 6 kids. She hardly has time to pick up a job. Like a handicapped person, like the sick, like the elderly who have worked all their life. I mean, you just can't say, well, I'm going to give you this so that you don't get a job. They generally are retired and, resting on all these things. So it's a little token. So people might probably have a different concept of it. But generally, people who criticize this are people who have never seen the PUP do something like that. PUP will never do this, and I assure everybody, if PUP will ever win the general election, all these programs will be scrapped. Just like the student programs that they have, these food pantry and the cash that transfer that is done by this government will also be.
Who qualifies for the program? This food pantry, people look upon it and say, what, food pantry of old people, disabled people? Who qualifies and how it works? If somebody's not on the program, how can they get on the program?
Actually, I tell you what, the most important thing is that, of course, they are the elderly, they're not working, they're handicapped, they're single mothers or widows. Widows are people that have lost their husband and they are practically living on their own by themselves. Sure, they have children and all these things that do support them, and I'm very happy that that happens. But you have some people that they don't get any support at all. So something like this, qualifies them for that. Besides, it is for these needy people that one of the biggest qualifications is need. And of course, their situation, the economic situation, because you can have a widow that perhaps was left with a inheritance of so much things. That person perhaps might not need it. But the person that is left alone on a house, without anything to thrive, no job, no anything like that. I mean, you're old already and you cannot find yourself a job or something like that. This does help. Sure, the family does support you also in this aspect. But these are some of the people that qualify for that. We have the handicapped people also, people that can't walk, the blind, and the list goes on. They do fall in this category.
If some persons are out there that qualifies in what you are explaining and they are not on the program, can anybody else get on the program, or the program has a limit to say, when we have this amount of persons on the program, we cannot take any more?
Well, the program has a limit, of course, because I tell you what, it does cost. And that's the limitation in one of the biggest limitations is cost. And but we are trying as best as possible to include anybody and everybody that has need. Of course, this is not 100% proof, but there might be somebody that will not get, but is in the situation. We are doing 175. We're doing, I think, before something like 90 or 100, but we have expanded this to 175 because while campaigning on the division, I saw the need. You walk into some houses and you can clearly see the need of these people. So you make a note of that, and that qualifies them. So generally, these people, when they get the first time, they're surprised, and some of them are very grateful for this. But it's not something that I will keep them, that we want to keep them in poverty. Of course, we want to enhance their life, but at the same time, try to see how best we can assist them in making it through life.
It's something monthly, Doc?
It's monthly, yes. It's monthly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Doc,
Excuse me, just before you go there, I know a number of people who look forward for their pantry every month.
That's right.
And this pantry plays an important role in balancing their budget. In other words, they go like, okay, I know I'm going to get rice, I know I'm going to get a little bit of this, I know so I can pay $40 of my electricity or $20 of my electricity, I could pay this, I could pay that, so they budget it out and so forth. I know a number of people who do that, and hey, they're glad because the United Democratic Party government has thought it fit for them to be able to get that. It's not keeping them in poverty, but really helping in a very realistic manner.
Yes, and that's precisely what it is. We want, everybody, my heart aches, we want poverty to just disappear. It's part of our livelihood, it's part of our decision-making process in life. But let us assist. Can I tell you what? That's what makes the difference between the United Democratic Party and the PUP. Although the PUP's slogan, People's United Party, says people, they did not have people at heart when they were in power. In fact, they removed this free education, which was for people, for students. And right now, they never, ever in their 10-year tenure gave anything like this to the poor and to the elderly and to the sick and to the needy. They never did do that. And so you know what happens? Many of them are jealous of this. And I tell you what, if PUP will ever come, believe me, they will never, never carry on with any program that the United Democratic Party has done for justice to its people.
Doc, myself and Emmanuel, we were announcing a lot on the re-registration before it commenced, and we started a little bit low, then it went up, and Emmanuel said, I bet you want to have the last week, I see people in a heavy rush. What was the situation at the North, when it comes to registration here in Orange Walk North over the weekend?
Well, I'll tell you what, I have been very active on the re-registration process since it started back in July. And since the campaign and since the whole process went on. However, in our area, which is Orange Walk North, I oversaw the re-registration with scrutineers in Trial Farm, San Jose, and all the different villages where we had 3 days re-registration intensive, including Sundays. So we did all the villages, and I was very, very, much interested in getting people registered. Yes, there were some people that were not done. What happened is that Trial Farm is also a big area. And it's the last area that I'm campaigning. And as soon as I found people that were not registered, we were taking them to register, encouraging everybody to register. But this last week, when they were opening till 7 o'clock, yes, this week I think I took about close to 22 people to re-register.
22?
Yes, that I found. And what the place was really, yes, from 6 o'clock in the morning, I found lines at the re-registration place yesterday, and I was surprised that certain people, took last-minute turns to be able to re-register. So I must congratulate all the girls that work on this Elections and Boundaries for having a tight week and for having done, put all their best into this. And I'm sure that anybody that did not will also have a chance to do this. However, there's a cutoff time, which was the 30th of September, to be able to get everybody and the funding that Elections and Boundaries Commission had. But that was the cutoff time. So guess what?
I gathered that those people who registered in July, August, and September are the ones who are going to be appearing in the first register.
That's right. They will be having their...
And that is, I think, going to be appearing sometime in November.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
And of course, their cards will also be the first ones to come out.
Cards. Our cards are going to be the first to come out.
Yes. So, but the thing is this, that generally seeing the re-registration process in the country, Stann Creek West was #1. I think they did excellent. They were the highest. Second came Orange Walk North. Yes, we fought tooth and nail to get as many people as possible. We still have some more people to re-register. But I tell you what, we tried our best to get as many people as possible.
But Orange Walk North is a big constituency.
That's right.
Close to 8,500, no?
Yeah, I think
close to
8,000.
Yes,
no, it's more than 8,000.
Oh, it passed 8,000?
8,278 as of June 30th.
8,000 was from 2015, no?
Yes, 8,278 as of June 30th. I'm sorry.
So
when July 1st, I do believe that figure is going to go all the way up to perhaps 9,000 voters in the Orange Walk North.
We have in excess and close to almost 6,000 people re-registered, yeah, bordering around that area, which means that the percentile is pretty acceptable. If you compare it to the Belize district and other districts, Corozal also did good, but Stann Creek West and Orange Walk North are #1 and #2. Yeah. So
does that sort of give you an indication of the areas where both parties are working?
That gives us an indication that those areas will be really hot for the election.
Hotly contested, because it would be remiss of you or the other side to think that it's only because of their efforts.
Yeah, what happened is that realized that both sides were very active trying to get their people registered. I worked hard with my teams, and I noticed the other side was also doing as much as possible. But this is the end result of it. So it's good, it's healthy. Can we need people to participate in this democracy?
So, a quick question. There was some debate last week, and we finally cleared it up, that those persons whose names appear on in the first register are the ones who will be able to vote in the referendum. We have established that is not so.
Yeah.
We have established that for some God-forsaken reason or another, that story had come out, and it had come out from some credible sources, but obviously it can't be right. It can't be right. April is the 4th month in 2019.
So we look for like 7 months.
So we're looking at 7 months.
You know how many people have become eligible to register within now and 7 months?
Exactly. So it should be perhaps 2 months before the referendum.
Right.
Or 6 weeks. Or 2 months, really, 2 months before that cutoff point. I do believe it will be perhaps February 28th.
Yeah, but like what you mentioned, Emmanuel, that we understood that the cutoff date for the 30th is for the first register, right? The ones that will be.
That will be for the first register. Yeah. We are not in any position to tell you when is the deadline for the referendum. We are not in any position. Our apologies if we misled people. But then again, the only thing that could have come out is that if more people registered, out of that little piece of wrong information, so people hurriedly gone and went to register.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's not as if they threw themselves in the river to die. Hello, but we will be keeping you advised as to when the deadline is, because obviously we would like the greater amount of people to be registered for the referendum come April 10th, 2019. So, ladies and gentlemen, as best as I know, I think that 124,000 people had registered up to perhaps 2 weeks ago. Now, given this spate of re-registration that just happened, I do believe that perhaps another 10,000
should have gone into the kit, yes.
Went on board. So I think it should be like 130,000 people who have already registered. And that's not entirely bad. Yeah. I believe that by the end of the year, perhaps, we should be close to 150 or 160, which would be good. Okay? I can't understand why is it that some people, for some reason or another, like to procrastinate and go like, man, I never had no time for this, but I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. They say that people who claim to be the busiest and don't got no time, they're the ones who got the most time.
Yeah, but they don't find time.
They don't.
Or they have time, but they don't make time. Yeah.
So you need to make time to do it.
Yeah.
You need to make time to do it.
But it's good that people make their effort over the weekend to go and register, because that registration office here in Orange Walk North, which houses Orange Walk North and Central. I was surprised when I got there yesterday. I said, but man, there's so much people from North.
Already the place full up.
Full up, not true. But then I see then in Grijalva, the care people, so it reminds you, oh, this is for North and Central. Because then they move yesterday too, boy. Yeah, the man they move up. Yeah, and up to 7:30 last night when I was there trying to get registered, the man made a move, but the place was packed.
So you finally you did it.
I never got registered, but I made an effort to get it done, but I want to get it done definitely in this week, because I don't feel like I have too much rush, but I can't worry about rush. I have to make time to do it. Right? I have to make time to do it. And like when I talk about time on time, it's 25 minutes after 8 o'clock.
That's because that we need to take a break, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 31 minutes after 8 or 29 minutes before 9, las 9 menos 29 minutos. Un lunes, 1 de octubre, primer día de la semana, un día muy importante porque, compañeros, hay tantas cosas que necesitamos hacer y hoy es el comienzo del resto de nuestra vida. Pongámoslo así. Today is the beginning of the rest of our lives.
Bueno, true.
Okay. And, y yo quiero a este momento, con su permiso de Chequi, hablar acerca de ciertos eventos que se llevarán a cabo este fin de semana. 2. quiero decirle a la gente de San José, San Pablo, San Luis, San Juan, de que habrá una junta, una reunión que está organizado por el chairman de San Pablo y de San José, ¿ok? Los chairman de esa área, a través de DAVCO, que es el District Association of Village Councils, y el propósito de esta reunión de gente es para que se informe a las personas y se eduque a las personas acerca de la encuesta popular que viene entre 7 meses aproximadamente. Es más, el 10 de abril del 2019 tenemos que ir todos a las urnas a votar si es que debemos de llevar el caso, el reclamo de Belice a la Corte Internacional de Justicia o si no lo debemos llevar. Es obvio de que esto ha sido debatido, y me imagino que lo han escuchado, ampliamente discutido en la radio y por la televisión, ¿ok? Y algunos proponentes que sí, algunos proponentes que no. Ahora le llega el tiempo a las aldeas que tengan sus discusiones, sus presentaciones. El sábado a las 4 de la tarde en San Pablo Community Center se llevará la primera reunión de aldeas. San José, San Pablo, a las 4 de la tarde. Va a venir personal y se le va a hacer una presentación a la gente acerca de lo que se necesita saber acerca de la Corte Internacional de Justicia, si es que así deciden ir. ¿Ok? Obvio, también se va a tomar tiempo aparte para contestar las preguntas que ustedes tengan, las dudas que ustedes tengan. Pienso que voy a formar parte de la presentación este sábado y también el domingo. El domingo va a ser aquí en Trial Farm. ¿Ok? Y entonces el siguiente domingo, o sábado, perdón, se va a llevar a cabo en San Esteban. Son 3 aldeas que han pedido al Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores que se le hagan presentaciones. Les aplaudo a los chairman, por favor, les aplaudo, les felicito y les digo que con gusto el Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores estará ahí este fin de semana, sábado en San Pablo, San José, el domingo en Trial Farm y el siguiente sábado también en San Esteban. ¿Ok? Pasen la noticia, por favor, invitan. Lo que sí no quisiera, y eso es muy importante, es que sea un parque con chamacos corriendo. Eso, por favor, sería lo menos que se quisiera. Porque es un asunto de suma importancia y tener a 1000 chamacos corriendo alrededor del parque o donde sea, solo no sirve para nada, solo sirve para distraer la atención. Ok, cuidado. Les recuerdo, por favor, si pudieran, por favor, dejar sus niños en la casa con un pariente o con una persona que les pudiera ayudar, se lo agradeceríamos mucho, mucho, ¿ok? Si es que de plano no tienes a nadie y quieres ir, bienvenido, lleva a tu niño, lleva a tu niña, pero ve que esté bien portado al lado de ti. Eso es todo lo que pedimos, absolutamente todo.
Yep. Yep. So that happens this weekend.
That happens this weekend.
San Pablo on Saturday.
San Pablo on Saturday, Stratton Farm on Sunday, and San Esteban the following Saturday.
Okay.
Por la tarde, las 4. Y les estaremos manteniendo al informe. Sí, déjame nada más ver. No es esto. No traje el papel al momento, pero sí les estaremos informando más de quiénes serán los presentadores y cómo van las cosas, ¿ok? Con gusto lo estaremos confirmando, con mucho gusto.
Yeah, we understand that there was a traffic incident that unfolded in San Ignacio, Cayo. So a police corporal on duty reportedly fell into a huge ditch. Unconfirmed reports that he was speeding and was under the influence of alcohol. We are yet to establish the identity of the cop, but we do know that he is assigned to the Belmopan station and was seen drinking in Santa Familia Village, Cayo District.
Where did the accident happen?
Somewhere, let me see again. Corporal San Ignacio. Traffic incident for San Ignacio, Cayo.
Dropping a ditch, in a drain.
Yeah, dropping a drain. And it's seen here, it's a police that is assigned to Belmopan. One example supposed to be shown from some of those persons, they never show it. You know? But we have to, I don't know if we have to live with that or we have to continue with that, but there are things that still, they happen over and over and over. Remember one time they stop one on the same Cayo Road there with firearm. When they get to find out this firearm was registered to someone in Guatemala. Police, you know. Yeah. And by the way, a house was burnt down in Corozal as well, you know, Pa.
What?
Over the weekend.
Any damages?
Yeah, make I get that back about this house that was burned down in Corozal. I understand it was an abandoned house though. I think the person who owned the house supposed to live in the US. And you know how some of the house they go sometime when the people they live out sometime, nobody don't rent the house and the house is just there, and then people pass by, people go hang out in the house, they do other thing in the house, and then things go wrong, no? But let me try to find, I can try to find the story. Yeah?
Another tragedy whilst you look for that. Compañeros, compañeras, nosotros aquí en Belice estamos bendecidos. Yo puedo con mucha certitud decir eso. Porque vemos como en otras secciones del mundo cada rato hay terremotos y hay tsunamis. Y no terremotos por decir que 6.2, que 4.2, pero estamos hablando de terremotos potentes 7.5, 8.1. Y puesto que esos terremotos suceden tan cerca a donde vive una gran cantidad de gente, como Indonesia, que es el quinto país más poblado del mundo, y la gran cantidad de gente no sabía eso, y entre muy poco puesto para rebasar y subir al cuarto y al tercero, por la gran cantidad de gente que tienen. Se espera que Indonesia se una con la India entre unos cuantos años y tendrá una gran cantidad de gente. Pero en esta isla Sulawesi, no me recuerdo muy bien cómo es, entró hubo un terremoto y entró el tsunami. Vamos a tomar esta llamada.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, Mr. Tiki.
Good morning, Miss Novello. Morning.
Just want to say somebody never going to talk about heritage today.
If what?
Morning, Mr. Tiki.
Just please lower the volume of your television so we could have a conversation.
Right now.
Yeah, just lower. We have Miss Ophelia Novello on the show. That's the lady from Mamas.
Yes, talk to us now.
The thing is that today we have a special program for the healthy students. International Day for the Elderly.
Today is the International Day for Elderly?
Yes, worldwide.
Okay, so what you all having today?
We have a program that starts 5 o'clock, 5 to 8, with different skits from schools. I mean, college, the people from college, I think. Some dances and things like that. But our special program where they have for the elderly from 5 to 8.
Today?
So if you want to do Wally karaoke, you're welcome for go do.
Well, I got my friend right there who like sing, so you know. I got my friend right side who like sing. I don't know if he sing karaoke, but I will encourage him make we go.
Okay, moreover, I want to invite the general public for make the see the program.
Okay.
So and then
I get it that you all had a function yesterday too, no?
Yeah, we had a dinner for open the week. It's a whole week program. We have starting from yesterday. We had the dinner. Then today we have the it's supposed to go on Monday. So I don't know, maybe wait for somebody may going to talk to Ono, but
but we can make arrangements for that for Thursday.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then you're booked for Thursday.
Okay. The thing is that then on Friday we have a tea party for them so that help it.
Okay, so it's good that you come Thursday.
Yeah. So we have the whole of this week we have different programs. We have visitations for the shopping people who can come out, right?
Okay, okay.
We can put you from 15 to 8 o'clock. Is that good for you?
What?
We'll talk later and we'll discuss exactly what time you can be here.
Okay then.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So once again, the program for today, what's the program for today?
Today in the park, Central Park, we have a whole evening with different activities.
Okay. And it starts at 5?
5 to 8.
Variety show.
Yeah, like a variety show. So they invite the citizens of our job. Which each district supposed to get their own program, right? But for we program today, this one we are tell about.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Novello.
Okay then.
Yeah. That is what? That's her page.
I know yesterday they had a program.
Okay.
Beginning the and I'll be very honest with you. A mí se me fue de la cabeza. Se me fue.
Yeah. You know, when I traveled to Belize on Saturday, passing by the Guinea grass cutoff, they have 2 bumps in Opa. Yeah, 2
Very
bumps
good.
there right there. So one before you pass the cutoff and one right after you pass the cutoff on the main highway. And people are slowing down by. Because you know that area traffic is so strong now, Joe. When people look for reach that toll bridge or coming from the toll bridge, they just pick up that speed. Like the chairman from Carmelita said last week, why we can't get it like Carmelita, man? We need it like Carmelita. They have 2 bumps in Carmelita, you know, but they're far from one another, man. You know, they have one right at the entrance and one at the exit.
Well, tell you what. You, Elvis, you just have to do what you have to do. I mean, what else?
Yeah.
If you have to protest, if you have to petition, if you have to do whatever you have to, because people are depending on you.
Well, they do a lot of petitions already, you know, and nothing happened. So now, like you say, you have to do what you have to do. If you, I don't know if they could build their own speed bump.
No, they can't. They can't.
They have to get permission.
They have to get permission.
And they have to build at a certain capacity as well, no? For the load of traffic that traverse that area. But you know, I'm glad for see the one they put up that the Guinea grass cut off. And
speak directly to the transport ministry.
Yeah.
Or Ministry of Works, whatever.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
To go out of Francisco Street too.
You need a bump by what part of San Francisco Street?
Jehovah's Witness Church.
Oh, by Jehovah Witnesses Church. Okay. Thank you very much.
Why that area is very
Yeah, that area they're very busy, and the road narrow to men. Because see where the Jehovah Church is, and that they got the yard, but then the fence they're almost by the street, and on the other side of the street it's the same thing. The persons the fence they're almost by the side of the street. So when people speed up there, it's difficult because the area narrow too. And people speed a lot there. You see they got that curve will go right into by where Gems used to there. And when people they come out from there, they got people just to speed up very strongly because the San Francisco street has been refurbished. They fix it. So it's smooth now. So free flow. And I'm sure that they have a lot of different areas, not only on the highways, but in towns that need these speed bumps. Because like this one right there, so that Trial Farm, where they're right there with the school entrance there, off the highway. People not stop there, boy. People not stop there at all. They want to push the pick them off of the street, and some of them. But you see what happened is, I think some signs would have helped, you know. But they don't have no signs. Because some of the people there, like when I stand up there and I watch, like yesterday evening at park, and like I see some of the drivers and come and like when they reach the pedestrian ramp that was there, because still got only cat eyes, you see that they try slow down. But they can't.
Do you remember that area in Hattieville that has these?
Oh yes, yeah. There's a yeah. I always
I believe that they can do that in that area of Transform to force people to slow down.
Yeah, because that'll make you slow down.
That will make you slow down.
Yeah.
That by that area by the gas station.
Yeah.
Forcing people to slow down.
Then they could put it by the park as well. Put some by the area by the park, because when people come from town, somebody they speed up too, and by the time they reach where that pedestrian there, they can't stop. Some of them big trucks where they bring through cargoes and so, they can't stop there, boy.
That brings another question to my mind. Why is it that having a bypass,
they need to go through the bypass,
that these trucks, you see these huge cargo trucks coming into town, not only can trucks do damage, ladies and gentlemen, these big 40-foot container trucks are doing a lot of damage to our streets. A lot of damage can hit people in pretty much the same way, can knock down people, could cause accidents.
Yeah.
And invariably, these are the ones that are going fast.
Yeah, I think
these are the ones that are going 50, 60 miles per hour on the streets. I could tell you, I see them.
Yeah, maybe if some signs will be put up by the bypass to make people know that's an Orange Walk bypass, maybe they'll go through there, but so people come straight. Like they got some folks like when they come from the US and so they tow, and when they reach it, they can't stop because then they speed up. They come on a long journey and they want to hurry reach home, but here's make waste. And when they reach it, they can't stop.
But put up signs saying vehicles in excess of 30,000
divert here.
Divert here.
Yeah.
Vehicles with less than this come through to Orange Walk.
Vehicle towing.
You have to show the people the signs. But what happened to the Department of Transport? I believe that. When you got no money, but you're getting your salary. Then what are you doing? Now that's, I hate that response. Why we no got no money? But you're getting your salary. You go to work every week. That means that what are you doing if you don't have any money to do projects? Just sitting there?
Yeah. They said them bump that to a hill cut off good cause they're high. But then one at Carmelita they're too low. So some drivers fly over, especially unconscious drivers who don't care for others.
But if they're high, they could tear a vehicle, no?
Yeah, so but you could overturn too. You could overturn too. So you have to be careful when you have to slow down, Nepa. They have to slow down. That's not something where they could say, okay, well, I want fly past this. That maybe one time you fly past it, but after that you realize maybe your muffler gone. Or you could overturn too.
I still see people flying over the bump on Otrobenke Road. They regret it. But 50, 60, 70 miles per hour. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Already they have the signs.
Already have the signs, right?
The signs are there.
But then again, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there needs to be more monitoring from the Ministry of Transport. They need to begin to put up more signs. They need to be more safety conscious. What? We can bring them in for sometime next week.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right? And maybe here, with the help of the people, we can help them get more suggestions as to how better we can alleviate the speeding and the total disregard for law and speed limits within town.
Yeah, when I tell somebody yesterday, I tell him, "Pai, I feel good because they put up 2 bumps by the Guinea grass cut off." He said, "Man, that'll slow me down when I go in and work now." I know if I tell you that, he may be one.
What will you tell her?
I tell her, you know, none of that the cars why they put if it's slow you don't forget to work, man. We have to abide by the law and take care of ourselves. We have to slow down them, man. He said, because sometimes I go to work and I late. I tell him, you have to wake up and
get up early. Who tell you to sleep late?
Yeah. So they do have persons that don't respect them things, pa. And we say it's good when they put it up because we know it's good because it saves lives. And it not only be that because you the speed you could knock down somebody, you know. Maybe one dog go to run across the road, and when you go for your brakes, maybe you overturn.
I'm going to invite you, any one of these days, to come sit and just watch by my place, the traffic as it comes. And the amount of 40-foot containers passing through Orange Walk Town, which don't necessarily have to pass through Orange Walk Town. Well, just that because maybe they want to sit in gal,
maybe
or maybe they want to eat for something or the other. You understand?
Yes.
So we need to grow. We need to grow. We need to put up signs on the highways saying, look, if you're in excess of so many pounds, you can't come into town. Put up one little restaurant in that area, so people could buy bread, sausage, whatever.
Yeah, put up a rest area, man.
A rest area.
We got good bathrooms and everything.
And you take the bypass.
Yeah. That's what the bypass was built for.
You take the bypass, right? And you don't have to come into town. If you come into town, you are fined.
Yeah, unless you got an emergency.
Unless you have an emergency, but you are fined. Huh? The other day, a trucker and I went to pick up some cargo in Chetumal. Well, it's been a while. Certain trucks not permitted in a certain areas in Chetumal, and as soon as they start, fine.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, Chetty. Morning, Mr. Martinez.
Morning again, sir.
Watcha, the conversation is nice about the driving, Chetty. But you know, Chetty, something where I tell you, and I think it really needs they have, I don't know who concerned, check into it. There's a lot of young people who is below the age of 18 that is driving around the town. Some of them don't even have license, and they don't care, especially on weekends. They apparently their friends and they drink and then they drive, and then at the really young one will find to give trouble. The older heads there. You check it, they know one young driver always when you see them they speed over the bump and like they're not care. They're not the old people there where the old driver there, you know. There's some of the young ones who don't got the age for the drive and then they drive.
Yeah.
They're 17, they're 16, and some of them got license. And I don't know how they get one license, but one lot of them have one license, check it. That is the problem around the town.
Yep, that is true, sir. That is true. Yeah, because they got a lot of young people who are not conscious, and once they get behind one wheel, no, pa, they want to flow aboard. They want to flow aboard and they drive and they're not conscious, and then they not have the capability and the understanding how to conduct a motor vehicle.
Invariably, what happens in those cases is that they have to go through, unfortunately, if that kind of driving is continued without any sort of like care or any sort of like how can I tell you, restriction. Now, generally, that kind of driving continues until there is an accident, and the person has to go through a life-threatening experience. But that's the way life is.
Yeah.
That's the way life is. If you perpetuate the bad habit, then you put your life at risk. So please, young people, please listen. Listen when we tell you. We have the benefit of the experience. We don't go on through it. Listen, when it's time to slow down, for God's sake, slow down. Believe me, I used to be the one who used to do Orange Walk to Belize City in 38 minutes.
Man.
And I used to brag about it. I'd never do that again. Never do it again, because I was flying low.
Now you realize how many things could have went wrong, right?
Hell yes. Hell yes. And right now, if I get behind the vehicle and that is going too fast, I'm going to tell the driver, hey man, slow down, leave it. You know? But yes, you're young, you're adventurous, you want to try everything that is new, any new experience, but hey,
not all new experiences.
Very fortunately, I did not go through an accident, but I did not wait for it to happen to stop. You understand what I'm telling you? I did not wait for it to happen to stop doing it.
Someone is sharing a text here with us, say, but even some traffic personnel don't know about the law at the stoplight. That is by cheaters. I've seen traffic personnel, and even police stop right at the junction of the street, and when big vehicles or buses come, a congestion is formed because the other vehicle can't turn. There is no mark stating to drivers where they must stop.
Aha!
That's something very serious.
Because again, the Department of Transport is not marking the space where people should stop.
Well, they have...
Or if they marked it, the line has already erased. But they need to go back and do it, for God's sake.
There are signs that say stop. You're supposed to stop behind a sign. You know what, some people, when I stop behind the sign, some people cuss me and say, move out of the way, man, I need to go. And they go and they park right up front. And they got the areas there where you have to stop, like the one by the fire station. If you're coming from where Marie is, they have a stop sign right there. But the stop sign is far away from the main road. So when I stop, then the people feel like I park. So they go and they go front of me. So when something they come from Queen Victoria Avenue and they have to make that right turn, they have to make one big turn, or even the ones that they come from Belize Corozal Road, they have to make that left turn, and if you get too close there, they can knock you. Are you just train the drivers then like that?
So true.
But like you say, if they put the marker up on the street, I said stop. You're supposed to know. When they go to states, our driver will see their sign, they will obey their sign by.
Now, why we can't obey them in Belize? You know why? Because there's no application of
enforcement.
The law. Enforcement of the law. Very simple. Because the person who is charged with the responsibility is not doing his job, and even when he's trying to do his job, politics comes into it, and or friendship goes into it, and say, I'm gonna go and leave Bramley by.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what happens. Or you go to the minister, you go to the mayor, and make the cancel the what you call it.
Right after that ticket.
Right after that ticket. Or right after the charge.
I got something when they about a part, you know. You know what about a pa? About your pa?
Exactly, all of these things.
But all of them things are wrong. Because what your offense was, that because you could have caused one mishap, and then you just want to get away from it just like that, it's wrong. And then when you get tickets, or you have to go to court, it's for a learning for you as well. So I say, you know what, I'm not do that again. But if you talk to somebody and they say, no man, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man. Just don't do it again. But maybe if you do it again, you know, nothing not going wrong, but maybe that same time where that traffic man may stop you and tell you move on it, maybe that at the time when something could have happen.
It's 3 minutes after 9. We need to go. I'd like to tell you, tomorrow we'll have personnel from the Department of, what is it? The Youth Department? The Youth Department, yes. Youth Development. If you want to learn to barber, if you're a young man, we'll have the training barber here. We'll be having somebody else to talk about other programs that the youth department has been doing in Orange Walk or will be doing. So it's going to be a rather interesting program tomorrow.
Sounds good.
On Wednesday, we'll be having Minister Elodie Oragon.
Right.
On Thursday, we'll be having people from HelpAge. And I imagine pretty much Friday, well, we have not determined that yet. But Sugar City Morning Show is here for you on every day, bringing you the best discussion on current issues. I'd like to thank Mr. Robert Checky Usher. I'd like to thank the production team. I'd like to thank you, the audience. You are the ones who make this possible. I'd like to also thank our patrons, our sponsors. Just to remind you that this show airs tonight at 9 o'clock. But nonetheless, we'll be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, faithfully. My name is Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Checky Usher. The final of this text says, and when their vehicles get knocked, the person in the vehicle want to fight and even beat you, knowing that she or she is wrong. But the Department of Transport, especially Town Board, just sell out license, and even though the person knows nothing about driving. If the good Lord so will, myself and Emmanuel will be back right here once again tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful day, a most wonderful day, and trust that all is great with you, and you will continue having the greatest time of your life.
We'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Take care of yourselves. If you can't do a good, don't do anything bad to anybody. Si no puedes hacer un bien, no hagas un mal. Recuerda, eso es una ley de la vida.
Very important. Sorry about that.
Mr. Usher, es cierto porque yo ando con mi bike de mano, pero ni así ni respetan, son muchachos de la handbike.
You know the little boy we got your bike with us. Not even he no respect.
¿Ve?
No me cuelgo, pa.
Hasta luego, compañeros, se cuidan. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora. Hasta luego.
Sugar City Morning Show.